Alright, that was the opening credits to Hawaii Five-O. Um, have you ever caught yourself daydreaming about being in a life or death situation where there seems like there's no possibility that you will survive, yet you always come out victorious? Well, in Hawaii Five-O, they get to live out these dreams every day. I'm sure you all can relate with the actors of the show, minus being surrounded by beautiful blue water and bikinis. I've been watching Hawaii Five-O since its first season, and I've watched most of the episodes at least a few times each. It has been my favorite show since it first aired, and is now a favorite of my wife and kids as well. Today, I will tell you exactly what makes this my favorite show. First, I'll give you a little history about Hawaii Five-O. Then I will tell you about the cast and the characters they play. And finally, I'll let you know how I think they relate to normal everyday life. First, I'll give you some little history. According to Wikipedia.org, Hawaii Five-O made its debut on CBS, the same network to air the original show from 1968 to 1980. Hawaii Five-O is about an elite task force of police put together by Lieutenant Commander Steve McGarrett. The show premiered on September 20th, 2010, 42 years after the premiere of the original show. Steve formed this task force after coming home to lay his father to rest after he was murdered. Steve's father was a decorated police officer with the Hawaii Police Department. According to IMDb.com, Hawaii Five-O has been nominated for many awards and won several, including the People's Choice Award for the favorite new TV drama in 2011. Now that I've given you a little bit of history about Hawaii Five-O, I'll tell you a little about the cast and the characters they play. The Hawaii Five-O cast includes many people, but I'm just going to talk about the main characters. Lieutenant Commander Steve McGarrett is played by Alex O'Loughlin. McGarrett is the backbone behind Hawaii Five-O. He's their fearless leader who will stop at nothing to keep his team safe and sound and take down the enemies. He's very highly trained as he was a Navy SEAL until he went to the reserve so he could head up the Five-O task force. Next is Detective Dano Williams. He's played by Scott Kane. According to CBS.com, Detective Dano Williams is a relocated ex-New Jersey cop, a working man in paradise who prefers skyscrapers to the coastline, but who's committed to keeping the island safe for his young daughter. Dano is McGarrett's partner. They have a, quote, bromance that has won them the TV Guide Awards Favorite Bromance Award, according to IMDb.com. Next is Lieutenant Chin-Ho Kelly. He is played by Daniel Dae Kim. Lieutenant Kelly is an ex-HPD detective who was wrongly accused of being a corrupt cop by his department. He was shunned by the entire force. He was a protege of Steve's father. Next is Officer Kono Kalakaua. He's played by Grace Park. Kono is a rookie cop and the cousin of Lieutenant Kelly. She was a well-known surfer until she injured herself. Kono actually joined the Five-O task force just right before she graduated from the police academy. According to Wikipedia.org, in the original series, the character of Kono was a male. However, the reboot swapped the cop's gender to avoid a task force lacking women. Next is Captain Lou Grover. He is played by Chai McBride. Captain Grover is a Chicago cop that moved to Hawaii. He was the head of the SWAT team and at first butted heads with Five-O. After he retired from HPD, he was convinced to join Five-O. Now that I've told you a little bit about the main characters, I'll tell you how I think these characters relate to everyday life. In my opinion, McGarrett and Dano are the most relatable characters to real life. McGarrett is a military man who comes home and still has a soldier mentality. Dano is the only miserable person to ever have lived in Hawaii. he is also a man who will do anything for his friends and family. In closing, today I've told you some history behind Hawaii Five-O and some of the main characters, and about how McGarrett and Dano relate to real life. This show is one of the only things that keep me off of YouTube. I can sit on my couch and watch every episode of every season in one day without stopping if given the chance. So if you haven't seen Hawaii Five-O, get on Netflix and start season 1, episode 1. You won't be able to stop and you won't regret it.